all your buttonholes and you're ready to attach buttons. The first thing that we need to do is actually select the zigzag stitch or stitch number C. Using our stitch selector, we're going to set it on C. Now we'll adjust our stitch length to 2. Adjust that stitch length to 2, and we're going to leave our stitch width or adjust our stitch width to 5. Now I've left the standard presser foot on, but I need to do one more thing. I need to set the feed dogs up so that they do not move while I'm attaching my button. And to do that, I'm going to pull off the accessory tray, and in the front you'll notice that you have your feed dog selector. This is the up position. You can see the little peak sitting above the fabric. Simply slide the lever to the left and the feed dogs are now dropped. We'll put the accessory tray back in place, and we have our fabric ready and we have our button. We're going to use the standard presser foot, and what's ideal about using this presser foot when you're attaching a button is the opening that you see, which is that 5 millimeters. When I place my button in place, I'm going to place it so that the eyes sit right in that opening and lower that presser foot. Now I might have to adjust ever so slightly as far as bringing the button towards me or the button away from me on my fabric. Sometimes I'll place a little bit of fabric glue to hold the button in place, or sometimes just a little bit of clear tape will also help. Then I hand turn my hand wheel towards me to make sure that my needle clears my eyes on my button. And you can see on the right hand side, I'm just hitting that button ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is lift my presser foot and just move my fabric a little bit to the left so that needle clears. And on here we go again, we're going back and forth. Now I'm ready to press on the foot control and create a few more stitches. Now you control the number of times that needle goes back and forth. Just remember, the more thread that goes back and forth, the more buildup you have, the tighter your button becomes to the surface of your fabric. One of the things I find with students is that they always want to make sure that they have lots of thread there to make sure the button is secure, but what it does is it also inhibits the button from being able to, in a sense, go in and out of that buttonhole. Now I want to come back to my left side, and I actually want to lock that in place. And to lock that in place, I'm going to take that width wheel and I'm going to turn it to 0. And now you can see the needle simply goes up and down. I can take a couple of stitches. Now my buttonhole is locked. I'm going to raise my presser foot. I'm going to pull my fabric out. Let's take a look at our button. Look at all those beautiful stitches back and forth, perfectly fits in between each eye. It's nice and secure, it's not going anywhere, and on the back side you can see how beautiful that stitching is, and we've locked it. So now I have a button that is perfectly attached.